welcome back, or welcome to Sunday Yum. Yeah, and I think I know what we're doing. Well, I do know what we're doing. I'll launch it tomorrow. What we're going to do for October. I'm very inspired by it. I always am. I get really inspired by the next month about, oh wow, new plan. And so great. Come, let's lie on the floor for Sunday Yum. And we'll do the. Last week, Neve was saying that she really enjoyed the fascial wooshing. I'm going to call it fascial wooshing. It's where, we do the thing where we enliven our periphery. So we're going to do that again today. So come lie on the floor. Come. So land. Just let your breath deepen. Let the sense of this moment land into your awareness. Really feeling your breath deepen down into your belly, filling into the lower back, and then the sinking. So focus a little bit more on the sinking, the exhalation. Can you really feel that you and the floor are much more in contact when you deepen into the end of the exhalation? And at the same time, feel the plane of contact between the back of your ribs and the floor. How is it to slow down, to be present, to be now? Nice. Drop your knees down to the right. Turn your head to the left. And really let your exhalation deepen into your belly, into your back, into the sense of your hips, into your shoulders. Nice. Come back up to center. Drop your knees down towards the left, head to the right. I was talking to one of ye the other day at the in-person yoga, and you were saying that during the summer you got addicted to Sunday yums. Yeah, I really get that. On a Sunday, I really allow that there is pause. When we're in class, I don't have any feeling that, oh, we need to get something done or achieve something. It's something very, I don't know, something about the pajama day or my woolly jumper or the Sunday or the event of, the container we've created. Come back to center. And then slowly, how slow can you make this movement? Drop your knees to the left, head to the right. Come back to center. And then knees to the left, head to the right. Or whichever version you haven't done. That was, sometimes I really don't know. And let your breath deepen. Let your face soften. Could you imagine that all you're doing is lying in the sun on a delicious, holiday of sun and rest and deep comfort. And all you're doing is rolling over on the sunbed right now. And so really slow it down and be in your body. Sometimes I wonder, that sense of when we go on a sun holiday, we begin to really feel into our skin because the sun is on our skin and we're noticing the temperature and we're noticing, for us anyways, from Ireland, it's like, am I burning? Do I need to put more cream on? That we pay more attention to our skin than we do on a typical Irish day. I wonder, is that something about how well we begin to feel when we take rest and go on a sun holiday? I wonder, is the embodiment of it very interesting for us? So come back to center and squeeze your right knee up onto your chest. And as you do that, feel the work we've been doing all week. The sense of, as you squeeze your knee in, what is the sensation of this moment in your body? Nice. And then stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then how would you get to your foot? So some of you will get to your foot just by reaching your arms up. Some of you, you'll bend your knee to get to your foot. Okay, so rub your foot gently. How would you rub your foot gently? Just kind of feel the periphery or the boundary of your feet. Feel your toes, each individual toe, the spaces between, and then the front and the back of your foot. Just gently whoosh on your feet. Nice. And then come into your calf, whoosh your calf. And just have a sense of the three-dimensionality of your leg. So the inside, outside, front, and back. And also, I'm really aware, like, squeeze your leg and feel the bone in there. Like, it's amazing how we are built, how we are constructed, how we are created, how we were formed. Nice knee. Have a bit of a rub of your knee. And then down into the back of your thigh. Sides of your thigh, front of your thigh. And then just see how big of a grab can you slide down either side of your thigh. And then start at your foot and come all the way down your thigh. Foot, thigh, foot, thigh. And then bend your knee and compare. Yeah, like for me, that right leg feels like it's been in the sunshine. It feels like I can feel all the different parts of it, and I have a sense of the skin at the back of my knee, the back of my thigh. Feels like a sun holiday on my leg. So stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. Oh, bend your left knee first and squeeze it up onto your chest. And just pause. Yeah, my right leg is really a happy leg there. Can you soften? Can you feel into the breath at the back of your body? Can you pause? And if pausing is difficult, that's also really interesting. Can you meet the resistance? Can you really feel what arises when you slow down? Can you breathe into this and be present to all of the different sensations? Nice. Stretch your left leg up and then reach down. And how would you reach towards your left foot? So I'm going to bend my knee and just gently rub all of my toes. They're such funny things, toes. Like they're weird. Like these little funny little toes. Nice. And then whoosh either side of your feet. And is it hard to rub your feet? be interested about that. This is a functional movement. This is a movement that's important. You should be able to come into contact with your feet with ease. Nice. And then come down into your calf. I'm covered in sticklebacks. Oh, I don't know how I'm covered in sticklebacks. Well, I do know how, but I didn't think I was. So rub your calf. Feel the bone. Back of your knee. Front of your knee. Nice. Thigh. Either direction. It doesn't have to be in one direction. It can be either direction. Nice hold of your leg, starting at the toes, all the way down. Toes down. Nice. And then pause. Yeah. Sun holiday number 2. Great. So bring your arms wide, drop both knees down to the right, and then glide your left knee up into gliders. Come back to center, both feet to the floor, drop both knees down to the left, draw your right knee up. And as I'm traveling with my legs, I'm seeing if I can create connection or maintain connection with the sensation of sun holiday on my legs. Or I can feel a warm periphery, or I can feel my boundary, or I can just feel my skin and it's alive and tingling and warm. So notice for you as you move through gliders, can you feel your toes? Can you feel the soles of your feet? Can you get a sense of your legs? How are you mapping your body right now? How do you feel your body? Nice. Come back to center. Pause. Super. Come roll over and come up to sit. So if you want to put something underneath your bum, you can. If you want to have a little bit of a pillow or a lift or something, then do. And you're going to bring your feet wide. Nice. And then from here, turn and face towards the left leg. So my hands are either side of my left leg. And then bring your right hand to your left leg and slide your right hand down, and you're reaching towards the baby toe side of your left foot. So my opposite hand is reaching towards my opposite foot. So my right hand is across. And then when I'm here, I'm going to just see what kind of rounding and arching I can do. So what point do I need to be at for there to be movement in my body? So maybe you're way down at the foot and you can find movement in your spine. Maybe you're at the shin and you can find movement in your spine. Maybe the knee, maybe the thigh, maybe your hands on the floor, either side of your thigh. And so how do you move into your spine in a twisted position? Nice. And then side bend. So side bending is a coordination. Squeeze the right side, squeeze the left side. Right side, left side. So I'm dropping my head to the right and then I'm dropping my head to the left. Nice. And then just feel, maybe bring your hand a little bit back so your hands are near your thighs, and then feel what kind of movements you can do with your shoulders. How far back behind you can you look? Keep your hands steady on the floor. How far back behind you on the other side? Just notice, what is the natural range of motion when your fingers are on the floor, looking in one direction? And I'm not doing this yogically. I'm doing it like functional movement, which is my chin drops down, I tuck in, I look back, whereas yogically is where I keep my head high. I'm really dropping down to look back, and I seem to have more range that way. We will come to the yogic one, but just like, how do you look back? Yeah, maybe lift your head a tiny bit if you're dropping it a lot. Maybe lift your head loads if you're dropping it a lot. Nice. Reach your right hand again down along that left leg. Drop your head down in the direction of your left knee. Pause. And when you're here, what movement supports a softening of the length that you're feeling or the stretch that you're feeling? You know, is it twisting more towards the left? Is it side bending more or is it rounding more? For me, it's all of the three. So it's slightly drawing my head a bit more towards the left. It's drawing my right shoulder, so pulling my left shoulder down. And then it's also rounding my back a little bit more. And then I have a lot more range. So you're twisting towards the left, you're side bending, left shoulders down, and then you're also rounding your back. Nice. Come all the way back up. Other side. Hands both sides of the right leg. Slide the left hand down. Check out the range first. You're sliding towards the baby toe side of your foot. And then what distance do you need to be at for you to have movement in your spine, in your pelvis? So there's a place where you'll feel stuck. So I'm arching my back and I'm rounding my back. You know, where is movement no longer possible? And just be interested. Nice. And then left to right, squeeze the right side, squeeze the left side. You know, how far forward, you know, maybe you can be more forward with your hands, maybe not. See how that is. Right shoulder down, left shoulder down. Nice. Now, keeping your hands on the floor, look over your right shoulder, look behind you. Look over your left shoulder, look behind you. And that's the natural way that I twist here. So I'm definitely pushing with the opposite hand. And if I let the hand so if I'm looking to the right, if I let my right hand lift, I actually can go a bit further. But I push with the hand that I'm moving away from. So interesting. A bit like bow and arrow, but you're not really doing bow and arrow. Nice. So how do we combine all those movements? So take your left hand, slide it down your right leg, and then twist a bit more towards the right. So draw your head a little bit more to the right, and then squeeze your right shoulder down into your body. And then from here, round your back. And you might find that there's a little bit more movement. Drop your head down in the direction of your knee. Nice, coming up. The next movement is one of my favorites. So lift your right elbow up and then dive with your right fingers. It's like, you don't have to do the sound effects, but dive with your right hand down to the left foot. And my left hand is resting on the floor beside my left hip. And then rise up, and then my left elbow lifts, and then I dive down towards the right foot. And then my right elbow lifts, and I dive. And then my left elbow lifts, and I dive. And so, what version of this suits you? Something about for me, the lengthening of the elbow up and then taking that length and bringing it forward. That feels really like I feel like I'm doing some really crazy swimming stroke. How do you feel lengthen the side of your body? Super. We'll try and come center. So hands are forward, wiggle your toes, roll your ankles, big circles. And then roll in the other direction. So we'll start by just bending your right knee, changing the shape, stretch your leg long, and then bend your left knee. Change the shape, stretch your leg long. Draw your right foot up towards you so you can see it. Look down at the sole of your foot. Stretch it long, bend the left knee. Look at the sole of your foot. Long. Nice.
Rock your bum, so lift one bum cheek and then the other. So I'm rocking from side to side. It's a little bit like, oh, we could do seaweed dancing. Seaweed dancing is lovely. So imagine that your nails are sliding along in water in front of you. And then the next hand comes. And as you go, let the bum of the hand that you're moving away from. So if I'm moving towards the left with my right hand, then it's my right bum. If I'm moving to the right with my left hand, then it's my left bum. So let your bum rock and lift as you're doing this. Super. Now we're going to go forward. So walk your hands forward as far as they go. Feel, can I still move where I am? If you find that you've gone rigid, then you've gone too far. And that could be you way back here, which is really awesome. Or this could be way back, way forward. So it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that you're going, oh, this is where I have movement. So can you side bend wherever you are? Can you round and arch? And can you twist a bit? So where is there movement for you in this forward bend? Where, and find it, find it in the pelvis, rocking the pelvis, or find it in the inner thighs, rocking the inner thighs, or just see, where is it? Nice. Come lie on the floor, all the way down. Have your feet mat distance apart. Have your arms wide. Drop both knees down to the right. Come back up to center. And drop both knees down to the left. Come back to center. And just rock from side to side. Nice. Walk your feet so they're in the center, hip distance apart. And then roll up and down along your spine. And as you travel up, so we were sitting on our sit bones there and we were forward bending. Now we're backward bending as such. So when you squeeze your bum, you're going to feel maybe the muscles that we were lengthening when we were forward bending. So always in every movement that we do in Yoga with Ciara, it isn't about finding the place where you can be most rigid and hold. It's always, is this a gesture of wholesomeness in my body? And can I still be well where I am? And wellness is actually, can I still move and be adaptable? Because as soon as you go rigid, your body is no longer able to adapt to anything extra. You could, like adding time, adding weight, adding a sneeze, you're in trouble. Whereas if you can always find a little bit of movement and adaptability in your gesture of the biggest movement that you can do, there's always wellness in what you're doing. Nice. Pause. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. You can either bring your hands to your belly, hands to your chest, or arms overhead. And just pause. Nice. So stretch your legs out long. And just pause. As you lie here, can you deepen into the exhalation? So what we were doing at the very beginning of class. And you feel that as you exhale, there's more movement towards the floor. There's more possibility of that deepening and sinking. Thanks for joining me. So I'll be launching October tomorrow, and there's only 6 days left of. There won't be a Sunday Yum next week. We'll have finished on the Saturday, which is quite amazing. I had quite a shock this morning when I realized that. So I'll see you tomorrow. Another day of dynamic balance. Nice, super. Ciao.